Brightest blessings, everyone. Elizabeth Grove here, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me today. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor, white witch, and divine alchemist, and I also happen to be a divine feminine on the path of ascension. I really appreciate each and every one of you who have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so very much. Thank you for leaving your comments. Thank you for becoming clients. It's been such a pleasure reading for you, being able to do light language activations for you. It's really such a pleasure to be able to do my mission. And if you are new, please consider subscribing. Definitely hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that way you don't miss anything. I love to be able to give messages to the collective, many of them channeled, to be able to help you on your ascension journey, on your twin flame path, helping you to become the best version of you, to be able to shine your light in this world that really needs it. So we're going to get into the messages today. Today's messages are channeled messages from the Sirian Council. So we are in the energies of the Lionsgate portal. We all know this is a very accelerated time, very powerful time. And although I did messages for the month of August, and they had mentioned about the Lionsgate, this is a little bit more of a scaled down message that is an urgent one to take in, one to consider. This is what the Sirian Council had to give to all of you in regards to the Lionsgate, and I really resonated with what they were speaking about, and I really knew this was going to help the collective. So definitely hit like, definitely hit favorite, go back to these messages if you can, because a lot of times when I'm channeling these messages, we can't really integrate all that information. We really can't process it right away. Sometimes we need to go back and we need to listen to something again, take another look at it, reflect upon it. We might have missed something. Maybe something has to really open within us, right? We need that integration time. So you might want to consider doing that. For those of you who have shared my channel, shared my videos, I thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it. I'm a big believer in paying it forward, so anything that I can do to pay it forward, and I really do thank you for those of you who have shared my videos, my channel on Facebook groups, or given it to a friend. I'm very happy to be able to support people at this time, especially it's at a time where people really could use that support. It's very tough times. So I'm going to get into reading these messages. I channeled them by listening in. They spoke through me. I took it down on my PC, and I'm going to read these. If I can add anything to that, I will. But let's just see how this comes through, and if I have the urge to add anything to it, I will do that. Okay? Sirians from the Galactic Council, the Lionsgate, the new beginning, the new moon, and allowing in of higher sacred experiences and connection. It's for all to understand that at this time you are merging higher with the divine. Open now, dear beloveds, the heart, allowing the heart to emerge, ever-flowing and freeing your mind. It's time to be of this sacred space, your heart, the connection to the divine universe and to the divine heartbeat of Gaia. As above, so below, may your hearts flow with this sacred love. Honor the sacred within and without. How have you been honoring the sacred within? The value that you perceive is the value of the seed that you plant. Your value is of much more than the ego could possibly conceive of. Your multidimensional nature that is divine is the sacred upon the earth. You walk as a sacred being. You have not always felt this way. We understand this fully. The 3D paradigm of limited and often self-destructive beliefs has kept you from knowing your true sacred nature and your connection to the divine universe, the great central sun, and to the mother. Come back now. The gateway is open. You have discovered the separation within the mind from the heart, the little mind from the higher mind. You understand now that when there is separation, there is pain and suffering. There is unrest. The potential of your soul is limited and undiscovered. For now, it is time to choose. And to choose is to understand the choice between sacred truth and illusions of fear. Allow the sacred to permeate your heart. Honor the love that you are. Honor the acts of love, including passion, sexual connecting, and your own unique expressions. To choose from the sacred is to allow more of sacred experience to flow within your cup so that it is filled. Be aware that the choices will be clear if you choose the sacredness of who you are rather than the old patterns of the 3D paradigm. How will you honor your sacred nature? What can you do to value and uphold this nature? Who or what may not be serving its value? Where can the distinctions be drawn? Now there is a vast opportunity to manifest such glory and abundance within your reality, yet this is a choice. It is for you all to feel the magnificence of your being, to feel the extension of love on the planet that you all are. It is now to learn through joy, through bliss, through peace, the ever-giving forces that will give you the opportunities to experience your reality at much higher capacities. You have all learned through difficult old karmic grid experiences, and these lessons have greatly impacted you and allowed you to learn through difficult circumstances. These lessons have brought wisdom and higher learning connected to contrast of union consciousness versus separation, so that you can accept the responsibilities in which you have been accountable for through other lifetimes, including this one. Now, beloveds, your lessons can be of a grander nature, one of fulfillment and unity with all that is sacred. You are being liberated and being expanded into higher consciousness, and you are being called to honor who you truly are. And this expression is an active wave with an enormous ripple effect across the planet. You are one of many who at this time made a decision to take part in the ascension of your own souls and Gaia's. You are guided and protected by the sacred divine universe. The great central sun fills your entire manifest with great power. The new 5D grid of Gaia provides much abundance and much protection, aligned with the divine. Choosing from love will ensure that you are following divine guidance, you are honoring and valuing the divine and sacred, and you are not subject to the ego's limited beliefs connected to the old karmic grid of the 3D paradigm. To live your own unique soul mission, it is for all of you to be brave enough to follow the heart's calling, the sacred. And although this is not an easy choice, you are all leaders in ascension, and therefore your light is a way shower for those lost by ego. Fear not. Trust. Trust in love. Trust in the sacred in all that you do. For many, they will not understand these choices. However, this is of no matter. Thus sacred choices will be benefiting your path, your timeline, your bloodlines. Honor your leadership, for this is sacred, and let not others limit you. Be well, sacred beloveds. We are the Sirian Galactic Council. So they said a lot here in a very short period of time. And I love the word sacred. And I feel like this word is not used enough. When we talk about sacred, it's really about just honoring the divinity within ourselves, the divinity in all things, the divinity that flows, right? The life force, the force, right? When we talk about twin flame partnership, for an example, we don't hear the word sacred too often. And I feel like this word really needs to come back. And so I'm glad that they're talking about upholding the sacred, valuing the sacred. There's a couple of lines in here that really stuck out to me. You know, your multidimensional nature is the divine. It's sacred upon the earth. Right? And that's really about recognizing that You are here, you've chosen to be here to walk the earth as a sacred being. And so you do belong here, and the times where you felt like you didn't belong, that you didn't have your place, you certainly do, and you have a very powerful place. You have a significant place on the planet at this time. And they talked about choosing from the sacred is to allow more of sacred experience to flow within your cup so that it is filled. So these are acts of love, right? Love. Love is sacred. Sacred is love. Sacred love is the divine. When we make these choices from choosing sacredness, choosing from love, it's always going to have this wonderful effect in our physical reality. It's going to show up in our physical reality. When we are choosing to love ourselves, when we're choosing to really uphold that love and not give our power away, not allow for others to treat us badly, to take our power, our light, when we're not accepting that toxicity, that negativity in our life, we're making choices that are helping us to grow, helping us to improve, taking care of ourselves, choosing to put better foods into our body, higher vibrational diet, choosing healthy boundaries, not allowing toxicity or distortions into our life, because if we're honoring the sacred, we're honoring our sacred self, our sacred soul, those things don't belong in the sacred. They mentioned about lovemaking as well, right? So lower distortions of sex. When you're honoring the sacredness of who you are, you're honoring the sacred lovemaking process, which is a divine process, divine lovemaking, a very powerful one to be respected. So when you're respecting yourself, not only just in the sexual being, but in all ways, when you are respecting yourself and you're making choices from respecting yourself and loving yourself and honoring your sacredness, then you'll find that there will be higher experiences, higher opportunities, higher types of people, higher flows of abundance coming in. Many things will improve. You're bringing in the light. Right? So it's definitely something to think about. They understand that it's not an easy choice. Remember the lion, the sovereignty, the lion's gate. It's aligning with your sovereignty, it's aligning with the sacred, it's aligning with truth. The truth of who you are, the truth of your sacredness. Choosing from there, being brave enough to choose and to act in ways that may not necessarily be accepting by family, by friends, by society. So it's being that light rebel, right, in many ways. But they talk about how important this is because we are leaders, and it's not about us versus them and being higher than others, higher than thou. That's all ego. But to understand that you've made choices to go through all these different processes so that way you can be leaders. You are leaders. At the soul level, you are already leaders. You're just remembering who you are. And that light is going to absolutely be a beacon for others. I also really recognized here about learning through joy, through bliss, through peace, giving us the opportunities to experience reality at much higher capacities. So I like this part that they're talking about is learning through joy, through bliss, through peace. We've learned through many difficult circumstances, many difficult karmic lessons we've had to get through. It's been exhausting for so many of us. And wouldn't it be nice to be able to grow now and learn in a joyful way, in a peaceful way, in a way that is beautiful experiences, rather than having to struggle, rather than having to constantly go through dark nights of the soul. And this is what's coming in now with this gateway, is being able to learn through joy, through bliss, through higher experiences, because you are merging with the divine now at such accelerated rates, you and your beloved. You and your beloved. And I just want to add something here as well about twin flames that I know that they didn't mention here specifically or anything like that. But I know that you have beloveds, you have twin flames, they're sacred partners. I think that's a great way of talking about it, is a sacred partnership. And to understand that as you are choosing the sacredness, this allows your beloved to come to terms with everything that has not been sacred, where they have not chosen the sacred, where they have not chosen to respect themselves, where they could not love themselves, where they did not see their worth, where they did not know their value. And when those things come up to the surface, as we know within a twin flame connection, those are the things that want to be recognized. Those are the things to feel again, send love to, and finally release, so that we can go higher and we can merge with the divine more and understand more of our sacred nature. So the beloveds, yes, you guys are in a wonderful, wonderful space right now of change, major new beginning, of making different choices based off of a higher energy now. Different choices. What do you need? And your partner will finally learn, okay, I've been ignoring my needs. What can I do to honor myself, take care of myself, respect myself? Where have I gone wrong in the past? Where have I dishonored myself? Where have I not been truthful with myself? So there's a lot of truth energy coming in here as well. Divine Feminine, you've been working on this diligently. The truth of love, honoring the truth within, honoring the sacred, making choices, drawing boundaries. Boundaries being very important, healthy boundaries. When you create healthy boundaries, it's the same thing as saying, I honor and uphold the sacredness of myself. I respect myself enough to not allow this type of density, to not give my power away. Or for others, it's about not overpowering others. That's not an act of love, to overpower others or try to over-control. So setting healthy boundaries has certainly, for many of you who have been doing that, and it's been working really beautifully. And it's allowing now the sacredness to come in and a new way of living to come in, a new reality of light and fulfillment. So it's really a very beautiful and very powerful time. And, you know, they want you to trust in the sacred in all that you do. Okay? And this is where it is. This is where the unity consciousness is when we're making those types of choices, when we are loving ourselves courageously enough, bravely enough. It changes everything. It changes all of it, all of how we live, all of what we attract. It really does raise the potentiality of our souls. It gives us so much more potential. We're able to experience more of our true, authentic soul's potential, which is so vast. It's extremely vast. We are giving ourselves the best opportunity to have the highest timeline, highest ascension timeline. And that's really exciting. So I hope that these messages really resonated with all of you, and I appreciate you listening. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading with me, I urge you to go to my website at paranormalpriestess.com. I will leave all that information in the description below. I offer 1-hour readings. These are without cards, and we will channel your team, your angels, your guides, star councils. We will get into details with your life purpose, your twin flame connection, what healing is there for you, what clarity is needed, That and so much more. And if you are interested in a personal light language healing session with me, I'm available for those as well. And I really feel like the light language is a great accompaniment to the readings. If you're able to do that, of course I can do the light language healing without having a reading with you initially, but it would be great if you can do those, because they really do work hand in hand. The light language, I will use sound, I will use symbol, I will use energy healing. Sometimes I'm known to use instruments. Whatever it's going to be to help to heal and activate, I go by that guidance as to just letting it flow. And as far as spirit extractions go, I look at those from case to case. So if you're interested in having some of those interferences removed, you can contact me all for my services on the paranormalpriestess.com. I check in with my team to make sure it's a vibrational match first if I'm guided, and if so, I will let you know, and then we can book it from there. So thank you, everyone. I am wishing you such love, such light, the brightest of blessings at this really powerful time. And remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings to all of you, and I will see you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.